Hello, everyone. It is me. Yeah, it's been a long while since I played Pillars of Eternity. I apologize for that. I also apologize for not streaming yesterday. I was not feeling very well, but I'm feeling better now. And I'm going to stream Pillars of Eternity. So, last time we did the tutorial, we entered this town, which I forgot the name of already. Amazing. And here we met Alof. That's that's vibrating quite aggressively. We met Alof, who is now our friend, and we have to go and find out what's going on in here. So we leveled up last time, so I think it's high time we improve ourselves. All right, so what can I do here? I have a lot of points. Simple as survival. Bonus movement sounds quite nice. It's just creature type. Right? Be some lore. That seems fine. Alright. So we've already seen these. I think. Dull the age, blunt the point. So that reduces slashing and piercing. A drink potion of endurance. Give bonuses to fortitude and will. They're all pretty good. Let's just get a basic lowering of the damage. And before I upgrade you, let me see my champ. There we go. Okay, so what does this do? It's concentration. Yeah, this is definitely good for like more finishy stuff, right? So we'll strike them, but then they'll strike us, so yeah, I think that'll work for now at least. Alright,
How may I help?
We haven't even used you in combat, but let's see, you also have a lot of lore. Okay. Let's give you the survival as well. Bonus movement never hurts. Alright, and now spells. So yeah, wizards can do spells, so now we have to choose 2 extra spells. Actually, before I do that, what spells do you already have? Wizards have the ability to learn a staggering number of spells, but they are always limited by the capacity of their grimoires. At any given time, a grimoire may only contain 4 spells of each level. Click on a spell in the right panel to remove it from the grimoire. Add spells to empty slots by clicking on the spell in the left panel. Okay. Alright, so you start with minor missiles. Dazzling lights. Overwhelms anyone in the area of effect with brilliant bewildering pyrotechnic display, decreasing their will and leaving them dazed. Okay, that sounds good. Gonzalo's grasp. The caster's hand become so cold as to freeze what they touch. Does freeze damage to a target and reduce its accuracy. I hope the volume for everything is correct, by the way. I hope it's not too loud or too quiet. I was having like issues with setting it properly. Fan of Flames creates a cone of fire in front of the caster, causing burn damage to anyone in the area of effect. Okay, that's pretty good. And I also have, but not used, Wizard's Double. It's a duplicate of the caster to distract enemies, granting the caster a high deflection bonus until he or she is hit or crit. That actually sounds very useful. At least for now. While we don't have that many people in our party. let's get rid of the missiles for now and replace it with Wizard's Double. And now let's see what else we can grab. Yes, get the survival. Alright. So... Bewildering spectacle creates a bizarre and perplexing visual distraction, confusing enemies in the area of effect. So that's confusion. That sounds okay. In 6 seconds, the target chooses an enemy to do one of the following: behave normally, attack an ally, walk in random direction, or do nothing. That sounds nice. Okay, what else do we have? Binding web. Hence a resilient, viscous web throughout the area of effect, leaving unfortunate victims stuck inside. That could be of use potentially, but we are kind of both ranged, kinda at least. So that's not super useful right now. War against the elements creates a mystical shield around the caster, suffusing them with bonuses to burn, freeze, corrode, and shock damage reduction. That would be good if I wanted to make him like a tank, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. It's only for the caster. Combusting wounds causes enemy wounds in the area of effect to ignite, inflicting additional burn damage over time each time they are wounded. Could be pretty good. We have a lot of like wounding type effects. Console Hod's Corrosive Siphon. It's away at the target's spirit, inflicting corrosive damage and converting that essence into endurance for the caster. That sounds really good. Could basically heal ourselves. What else do we have? Curse of Blackened Sight. Shrouds the target's vision in total darkness, blinding them. So, yeah, so by the way, the way that wizards work is that they can unlock every spell just by learning it. So actually, these don't matter that much. Just pretty sure we can just grab, we can get everything over time. So I should focus on what is most useful right now, or just generally. Blindness sounds fine. Fetid Caress. The target becomes paralyzed, afflicted with boiling pustules or foul-smelling liquid that erupts from their skin, sickening those nearby. Oof. That sounds really good. But what else do we have? Infused with Vital Essence. Uses the caster with Vitality, giving them a temporary increase to maximum endurance and health. That's fine, but not great. Merciless Gaze. The caster becomes able to see an enemy's weakness and vulnerabilities as though they were physically tangible, using the chances of landing a critical hit. Miasma of Dull-Mindedness. A cloud of heavy fog settles in the mind of those in the area of effect. Dulling senses and wits, inflicts penalties to perception, intellect, and resolve. That sounds pretty good. Mirrored Image creates duplicates of the caster to distract enemies, granting high deflection bonus, which is reduced with each hit taken, so it's the same as the previous one, just a higher level. Got it. Necrotic Lance creates a lance of pure necrotic energy, causing corrode damage instantly and over time. That's pretty good. Ray of Fire creates a scorching ray of flame between the caster and the target, inflicting continual burn damage to the target and anyone caught in the ray. And Rolling Flame creates a rebounding ball of fire, inflicting burn damage upon anyone in its path. Okay. Actually, I kinda like the Necrotic Lance. I like these two. But again, we're already doing corroding damage. Let's do yeah, let's do it like this. We can always get more spells later. Consa Hot's Corrosive Siphon and Fetid Caress. I think that will be quite useful. Alright. How are we on money? We have 595. Now, I'm pretty sure I said...
Well met, friend.
that we're gonna hire someone So we may as well do that. Let's just hire someone cheap. So this is how you can get additional characters. You just create another one. So yeah, let's just create one. We need someone who can hold down the fort, so to speak. So let's make a warrior. Because later in the game, you can do like quests for companions, so they like go away and they do their own thing and they give you resources. And I'm pretty sure there's I think 1 or 2 extra slots for that. So yeah, we definitely want at least 1 extra companion that we just make so we can later send them on quests. Or maybe we'll keep them around, we'll see. Alright, so since we're going with bulky, you know what, sure, let's get another female. Because why not? Now, which one of you is the strongest? Oh, Mawa. Now, I read these last stream, so I'm just gonna look at the stats. Resolve, might, perception, dexterity, perception, might, plus constitution. Actually, yeah, let's make a dwarf. Alright, so Mountain dwarf. Mountain dwarfs Aptapo originated on the continent of to the east of the Dirwood and have spread throughout this area several times. The area. Unlike the similarly diminutive Orlans, who are frequently subjugated, the Aptapo have always directly fought back threats posed by larger kith and opted to fortify their residences rather than move on. Mountain dwarves are common in the Valian republics, but not seen as often in Dirwood and Red Sass. Hale and hardy, mountain dwarves have a bonus to defend against poison and disease. Okay. Boreal dwarf. Most boreal dwarves, Enutanic, live in the remote southern island of Nasitak, where they share the rocky tundra and snow-covered forest with migratory pale elves and the ghost-hagging ships of Aumaua. Like their northern cousins, Enutanic share an instinctive love of exploration. Burrow dwarves are somewhat common in the Valian republics, but seldom encountered in the Dirwood. Wanderer's instinct. Burrow dwarves gain plus 15 accuracy against any creature of the wilder or primordial types. I think mountain dwarf would be the most useful. Defense against poison and disease. Good for someone who you want to hold down the fort. So, Fighter? But a paladin would also work. They get better defenses. But then again, fighters recover endurance all the time. Yeah, let's go for just a fighter. Alright, so we can choose an ability. Knockdown shows an enemy with enormous force, knocking them prone and causing additional damage. Or Discipline Barrage. The fighter intensely focuses on his her training, significantly raising accuracy for a short amount of time. I guess let's try a knockdown. That'll be useful. Alright, resolve and constitution. We need a ton of constitution. Like, max that out, because that's what we need you for. Do you need anything else? Deflection could be useful. What about might? Well, that's more for damaging, but it also increases fortitude. Let's get resolve. Then maybe 1 point for might. I think that'll work. Or we can actually lower some of the other stats. Okay, you can have a bit less intellect. And instead gain some extra resolve. Actually, the will content is the same. Yeah, you actually 8 intellect and 18 resolve, 19 constitution, 13 might. Yeah, that sounds fair. Alright, now we need the culture. We have resolve. Dexterity, resolve, intellect, constitution, might, and perception. Extra might wouldn't hurt. Can be from the living lands, I guess. Anything that increases constitution? We do. Rawatai. Actually, yeah, let's max out on constitution. That sounds useful. And background. Now, some of this background is new. Aristocrat. You've lived your life amongst the nobility. Your days have been marked by lavish meals and extravagant parties. Your conversation peppered with talk of pedigree and bloodlines. What would be useful here? Athletics. Lore is not very useful for you. Athletics. Around mechanics. Stealth, survival, stealth, mechanics, stealth, and lore. Or just... Okay, so none of these are particularly good except the slave one. I guess your background is slave. You've never known freedom, shackles and chains have bound your existence, and someone has told you what to do your entire life. Well, we'll see how that goes. You know what, this looks quite nice. Like... Oh. Here, there we go. Like, sort of a brownish tint to it on the picture. Yeah, it can be like that. Okay, and your colors will be... Yeah, that works. And change your skin. This one matches the portrait better. Okay. And hair, let's see. Oh, the hair is the same. There we go. I like when it matches the portrait. Right, so we got that.
Follow me. Yeah!
Jeez.
I'll go on ahead.
Yes?
I'll lead the way. You better run!
The better part of valor.
Oh? Watch and learn.
Let's go.
Steady does it.
Eh?
I'll lead the way. Death to our enemies!
Yeah, you can be cocky. I think that's cool. Alright, then we need to give you a name. You need like a good name. I like the axe in her hand. It's so big compared to her. What would fit you? I don't know any like dwarfish names. I guess I can just keep with the floral names, but what floral name would fit? Drawing blanks here. You know what? Sure. You can be Tulip. A very fitting name, truly. Alright? Yay, got an achievement. She's gonna be one level below, but that's fine. Alright.
Yeah.
So, how did we
Just say the word.
You really talk loud. Can I like lower the volume of you talking a bit? There we go. Right. Let's continue. You are oh, wrong button, sorry. Tab, that was the button. We're supposed to do something and I forgot what. Is there like a diary or something? Journal. There we go. We need to search the temple. Find that dwarf woman from the dream. We need to go to her. Have a drink, friend. No much else of war in this town. Says the woman. Oh, sorry, you're a girl. Says the woman from Fame. Hey, we said we want to mention Fame.
I'll see what I can find.
Okay. Roaches scatter and flee under the crates. That's how we know that this place is quality. Ooh, books. Ooh. Alright. I guess I'm gonna read this. 10 years of dawn. 10 years I tilled the Vorless leaf, and 10 years I told myself that living in Saint Waidwen's footsteps would bring me rebirth. Each dawn I pray that if thou art in darkness, he shall bring thee light, and each night would bring the same emptiness. For my decade of living as simple dye farmer, all I have to show for it is a great deal of purple clothing. Eliphas has not spoken to us since he appeared at Saint Waidwen. It was my hope that Eliphas would claim me as his next vessel, but alas, the Child of Light remains silent. Every day I practice the ritual of banishing the shadows of the unfaithful, and every day I work my fields in solitude without sign of Eliphas returning. If thou art in darkness, he shall bring thee light. How long must I remain lost in this long night of abandonment? Is this my punishment for keeping my faith a secret? Is Eliphas hiding from me until I shout my reverence for all to hear? Surely, he must know that the Derwoodens now hate him and his followers. My countrymen are quick to blame all that was terrible about the Saints' War on those of us still faithful to Eliphas. Should they not be angry at Teretsera's soldiers? Do the Derwoodens not realize that to dismiss the god of rebirth and redemption is to prevent all hope of healing? As I pen these words, I know that I must continue to till the dye leaf. I will awake each day with hope. If thou art in darkness, he shall bring me light. Each day I will pray that the dawn stars visit me, just as they visited Saint Waidwen in his field of Vorus. Will they come to me as they came to Saint Waidwen? As a man and two women, luminescent and perfect. I am told they come to presage new times. Presage? I think that's presage new times. I am told many things, and I struggle to find the faith to believe it all. And yet, each morning the sun rises in the eastern sky, and each morning Eliphas illuminates my simple plot of land, casting away the shadows of the unfaithful in his golden gaze. I thank thee, Eliphas, for all the springs I've had, and all that will come. I am in darkness. Please bring me light. Interesting. So, what do you have to say for this? Please leave me be. I'm full to sickness with what I have seen of this place and its people. Well, doesn't count as
I'll have it
stealing.
in no time.
So...
The work of a moment.
Oh, that does count as stealing.
Nothing will slip past me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Yeah.
Okay, I can't sneak around. Dang it. Huh. Some of these are like vibrating a little bit sometimes. I don't know why. Okay. Alright, you don't need to sneak anymore.
Why not? There, done.
This isn't stealing though. What is this? Apparently I can't click on it.
Eh?
Oh, Crammed behind the books is a drawing that shows Eliphas and Lord Redrick in a compromising position. Oh no, it's them, it's the yaois.
No problem.
It's that the like girls that do that. I forgot the name of, dang it. Fujoshis, yes, Fujoshis. Ooh, cool hat. That is ridiculous. I love this. You can wear this. Do you have a weapon? You do. May as well grab an extra one. No reason not to. Yeah, alright. So, the Deerwood, Part 1, Early Colonial History. I love history. 16 copper pieces. No other land has such a wild and bloody recent history. From colony to palatinate to free republic, the Deerwood has undergone a trial by fire to emerge as a powerful force of the Eastern Reach. This is kind of based on the Holy Roman Empire. Deerwood's history actually begins in Eidir in 2602 AI. I guess that means something like current era. Other explorers returned from a journey across the ocean with tales of the treasures they had found. They had discovered countless ruins scattered throughout the forest, as well as plains to the north of the trees that would be perfect for growing vorlas. There was a problem, however. The locals were hostile, and there was potential for conflict. The Fersoning of Edir, First King, Fersoning, something like that, I think, knew that this was too good an opportunity to pass up and sent more explorers to scout and map the area. Exploration continued over the next 20 years. Small groups of explorers traveled back and forth between Eidir and this new world, with a handful of colonists setting up small camps to establish a base for the explorers to work out of. Conflicts with the locals, who the Edirans learned are called the Glanfatans, were rare, but frequent enough for the Fersoning to send a small squadron of guards to help protect the citizens. These guards established a central base on the river in the western section of the woods. The settlement would eventually become the city of Derford, upon which the modern-day village of the same name is presently built. Once that base was established, the first permanent Eidiran settlement began north and west of the Bile River. Over the next 3 years, thousands of Eidirans made the trek from Eidir to this new land. Glanfatans, who seems to revere the ruins scattered throughout the forest, caused a few problems with some of their settlements, especially those found near the ruins themselves. These were easily taken care of by the colonists with the help of the Imperial Guard. Ah yes, imperialism. The Edirans, in order to further their foothold in the area, reduced the cost of production and in an attempt to keep the Glanfadan population under control, started making slaves out of any Glanfadans captured during the uprisings. This resulted in a great increase in tension between the two groups. Gee, you don't say. With the population of the area growing, an official governmental structure was established by the Fersoning. He appointed several earls to preside over the land and assigned them thanes to help run their territories, and they called the new Gere from the Deerwood. Derford remained the center for the Imperial Guard, but the settlement in Pearlwood Gulf, New Dunred, was the true seat of power for the area. Sitting at the edge of the ocean, forest, fertile farmland, and a river that runs from the coast to the White Marsh, settlers flocked to the area, hoping to establish names for themselves. Honor began to spread across the new lands. Cool. So, very wholesome and very non-problematic. These bones are covered in tiny bite marks. Oh, someone died here. Or is it just like the dog bones? Black Hound. This hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting for her to hear a particular sound. Looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slightly. Oh, sorry girl, don't think he's coming back. Dog whined softly again, head tilting. Well, you can come with me. Maybe we'll find him on the way. The dog's ears perk up, it trots over to you and barks happily. You have gained an item, Black Hound, added to the inventory. Where? Oh, I should put back the books. There you are! Black Hound, pet. This small dog has a glossy black coat and an affable disposition. She trots along at your heels, gazing up devotedly whenever you come to a stop. Okay. There we go, we have a dog now. I can just quick save with F5. Alright, what's in there? Oh, this is just an alternative exit. That's fine. We have to get out anyway. You know, careful if you head east. Guards patrol the eastern one, but not the Black Meadow. Coco! Can I, like, name you? No. I guess we can name you informally. I'll think of a name. I look so silly. I mean, I look amazing, like...
Yeah.
I feel like the voice is too loud still. Let's put it at 80.
Yeah.
Ever been to Defiance Bay? Nope. Feels like we've been seeing more bandits along the roads of late. Okay, let's go and see that lady on the tree. Hello. Oh. Caldara de Beranzi. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bow that sags at the tag of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings. There is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Reach out for the woman. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there's a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she's staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come
Oh.
here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
What is a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, oh, not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What did you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties. You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Huh. I think I survived the bivouac. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me now.
You said souls break apart over time?
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Why?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What happened to you? She laughs, a rasping choke cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
What's an animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us, the best? Inspirations, miracle workers. My parents were soul twins, miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other, turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
I had other questions. I guess not.
Of course, dear.
Farewell.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Caldara closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. Talia was granted Crucible of the Soul. Oh. Alof looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seemed lost just now. I'm a watcher. His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that is interesting. He gives you a sly grin. And I expect that explains how you survived a bivouac, In any case, I appreciate your honesty. We're traveling together. It's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they are rare and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions. As you just demonstrated. Let's continue on.
17 and a half.
Oh. Eder. The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, wins its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-colored hair leaning against a mossy rock wall, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
I'm sorry?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What are you talking about?
Well, the people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted anyway.
Alf frowns. Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Adair. So to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you a moment, his brow arched, his smirk broadens.
Well, I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
Do you know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Let's not use that word round here. Could be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
You think you're gonna be hanged?
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
The wall? Saints War. Only one in my lifetime. Well, other side sees the living incarnation of Eopas, or Rose Red Sirs. March is on Durwood, so I gave him a Durwooden hello. What's a Durwooden hello?
Blew him up.
Who is Eopas? God of Rebirth and Redemption. Formerly, anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from. I know that questions. That time, why was your headman hanged? Got involved? Reddick sent men down here the other day. Said they had it on good authority someone in town was working with Coles, plotting Redrick's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. He sighs and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on the tree. What happens sooner or later? Not for putting against Redrick, than for protecting me. What does your town have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Radrick's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
Alf glances at you and lowers his voice. You can see why I was eager to leave. Who's Colts? I got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Oh, we'll be till they catch him. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Here's a house smile. Drinking, mostly. For the fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured out where I'm going yet. There are a lot of places down here that don't think Waidwen's legacy started with Waidwen. We could travel together. Where are you headed? Some place called Saint Nua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
That's a fine reason if I ever had one.
All right then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
He does his head forward and gives you a pointed look. Let's get going. Yay!
Yeah.
Even more people. Alright.
I'll see what I can find.
Let's, I can just do a quick save. Alright! Let's see what else is there to do.
I have received confirmation that Lord Radric's heir was not born well. My lord has issued an injunction on all new homesteads until he can be assured that the village has been cleansed of all Eothasians and whatever other undesirables that have brought this curse upon his lands. It would be best if you left town as soon as possible. I would suggest returning to your old home. There will be no place for you here. You may stay at the inn until you can make the necessary arrangements, but I would not advise remaining long. I expect Lord Radric will be most thorough in his efforts to purify this place.
Testing, testing. Okay, my voice seems to be slightly louder than theirs, that's good. This is outrageous, I came a long way. For now, no problem continuing on. That's when I say it would be best if you were not here when Lord Radric's men are dispatched from this hall. We'll be looking for anyone who might have brought the legacy upon us. The very presence might have polluted his wife's womb. We'll extinguish all possibilities. Goodbye. Maybe I should lower the music a tiny bit. Alright, why don't we go... Oh, that was someone there. I'm sure they'll still be there by the time I'm done. Hello.
Good day to you.
No there. As long as it's done before Redrick sends someone down here, we'll never get at the remains after that. No, softly. We'll not get anywhere for that matter. Alright. Let's try. Oh, there are many rooms. Aha! Alright.
How may I help?
I think you'll be fine if you just attack it. Yeah, just a spiderling will be fine. Oh, another
Let's
one?
go.
I don't feel so good.
Oh no! I'm poisoned. Alright, what does this say? Whoever sat here left in a hurry. Ink has dripped across the scroll, obscuring its contents. There's a box. A letter home. Mother, I have asked Brother Edric to carry this letter to you, for he travels to New Helmar come morning. Within goes what a coin I have, and I hope it will ease the surprise of an unexpected homecoming, for I mean to follow in a few days' time. Our village is much changed, and though I do not wish for you to worry, I do not feel it is safe to remain. I know Rectrix Obrica will not approve, but let the trace off here. Oh boy. Turquoise. Turquoise is an amorphous, semi-precious stone, opaque in blue or blue-green in its general color, but often flecked with darker deposits. Cool. The pile of furniture is branded with scorch marks. You have a ton of health. But you are a warrior too, I think.
Yeah? Just say the word.
Eh?
Alright. One of these. Initiate's note. This parchment is relatively intact, but the ink upon it has faded. You can make out a few patches of careful, tidy script. Visitors to the ritual floor. Rectrix Obrica says, Redemption for even these, Orgot, instruct the largest bell first, rather than second. The rest is illegible. Okay, so the second bell first, hopefully I won't forget. Ooh, camping. What is here? More spiderling. Again, don't worry if you think the game is too easy right now. It's gonna get harder. I will die many times. Oh, Scolder Whelp. 2 of them. Yeah, I guess I should do something now. You're almost dead. Oh, dang it.
I?
Yeah. Well, we have Monsters of the Deathfire Archipelago. It's like a whole book. I'll read them after the dungeon. Well, that one's like part 2. Fine sword. That one does 1 less damage, but also does pierce. I guess it's technically better than 14. Well, it's better than a rapier, so yeah. Oh, and let me put these books here so I know I haven't read them yet. To His Grace, I write to implore. The rest of this letter is crossed out in several places, and then abandoned altogether. What we have here? Potion of Spirit Shield. Plus 3 damage reduction plus 30 concentration. Surrounds the caster with a shield of spirit energy, granting an increased damage reduction and a concentration bonus. Sounds decently useful. Ooh, Golden Soul. The smallest gold coin used by the Valiant Republics. The Sword Sand is used for high-value transactions. These prayer scrolls are coated in a thick layer of grime and dust. Huh.
The work of a moment.
That was just a crossbow. What do we have here? The Great Western Stag and Book of Verses. Let's make sure. Here. What is this? I guess this is a shortcut for later. Okay, what's in this room? Although, then again, which way should I go? Like, I want to go the opposite of the way I'm supposed to go, so that I can discover everything.
Sure.
Come on, move!
Let's go. No problem.
Fighting could use some improvements.
Eh? Let's go. Let's go.
Vermin have scoured these plates, though mold still grows on green black clams across the table. Oh, there's something. Scolder ear. The tattered ear of a scolder. Worth 10 copper points. These
These collapsed stones are pocketed with burrows and narrow crevices. Poked? Claw marks and dung marks mark the passage of beasts. Oh, we already fought the beasts. What's in... Ooh, staff. Uh-oh. Ouch. A party member is reduced to 0 endurance. Oh no! That killed him! They're knocked out. This means they are out of the fight, but as long as your side is victorious, they will regenerate their endurance when the combat ends. Even though endurance regenerates after combat, health does not. Keep an eye out on the bar on the left of a character's portrait to prevent them from becoming maimed or killed.
Damn it! We gotta take better care of Aloth.
Eyebrows resting bonus. Okay, orange knee. Bonus to move speed. Well, the trap already has been triggered, so... Ooh, a claw. And we have a scroll. Scroll of Jolting Touch. Wall of electricity jumps from the caster's fingers to the nearest enemy and then to the next nearest, causing decreasing amounts of shock damage. That's pretty good. Here we go. And also, I'll have that. And what does this do? 5 fortitude, reflex, and will. Well, oh, you already have one. It's just a cape. There we go. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I guess out of all the people to get damaged, Olaf is the best one because he doesn't fight directly anyway.
Got it. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm taking quite a bit of damage. I should probably be using moves instead of just like watching them punch the things. A powerful odor of spices rises from one of those... Oh. Spirit. A haze fills the air, coalescing steadily into a blur of dust and mist. It gathers into the outline of what appears to be a dwarf, a shimmering echo that fades in and out of sight. But stronger than sight is the sense, within you, of a powerful energy. It rolls and seethes with a grief that seems to spill on into your own thoughts, tainting them until the sorrow is your own. Like a crashing wave, the energy surges towards and into you, and suddenly you are elsewhere. Before you is a brightly lit stone corridor, lined with torches and gleaming crystals. You're running, your footsteps echoing off the stone around you. You forgot to tie your sandals, and they're slipping from your feet, fouling your steps. You're late, again. The ride's going to begin without you. You hear the tolling of a bell, and your spirits lift as you recognize the familiar warped tone of the right hand, representing the first of the dawn stars to appear in the night sky and last to fade in the dawn light. You prayed fiercely that this is the first of the chimes and not the last. The lights fade, as does the memory, and when your eyes clear, the spirit is gone. A powerful odor of spices rises from one of these dishes. Vibrant dyes and grain seeds fill the others. More ears. Oh, there's something here. Some money. Okay, there's this way. No enemies. There is a door though, which we can't open. Ah, this is the bells. Oh, right, I should have read that. The 3 bells hang from the stone protrusion that runs along the wall. Years of dust and grime coat the metal. There's one large bell at the center, flanked by 2 smaller ones. The bells appear to be fully intact. They're made of a thick iron and look very heavy. There doesn't appear to be much out of the ordinary about them. Well, we're gonna come back to this, I think. Or is this just like extra stuff? Okay, let me see. the large will first rather than second. Okay, well, let's try this one. The bell sounds strange, far being peeled that grows to a painful sureness before it diminishes to a morphine chime. Middle. You heave at the bell, and as it swings back in the other direction, the clapper strikes a low, powerful note against the heavy iron, with the ringing in your chest, as the sound moves throughout the ruined halls in a rolling tide. The left. The bell tolls a high, piercing note of startling power. The dawn echoes merrily throughout the halls until it seems that a dozen chirping notes ring throughout the temple. Maybe this one again? Peculiar chime rings throughout the ruins. There's a quiet, melodic chime from all three bells before their discordant voices meet in one powerful, rising rush of sound. It seems to fill the whole of the temple, a driving flood of song that drowns all other thought. As the toiling fades, you hear a creak from the direction of the doors, as the passage to the lower levels swing open. Okay, so this is how we continue. Let's go to the places we haven't explored yet, though. Actually, guess that. I only had one clue. Well, maybe it's a memory of memory that I semi forgot from the first time I played this game. Who knows? Okay, a spiderling is easy, so there's no need to do anything about this one. The red-brown smears flake away under the toe of your boot. Ooh. Oh, spirit. The nearby crystals light the cracked mosaic floor in shades of orange, and at certain angles the metallic symbol beneath your feet gleams gold. As you look on, the air shimmers as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seem to pull together until a thin, glowing mist appears before you. In its rippling gleam, you sometimes think you can see the shape of a man, which is rendered in broad strokes of air and smoke. Who are you? The voice sparks movement. The spirit surges with a sudden blazing light, and in the next moment you are somewhere else. Your mind assailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. I'll be right back. Sorry, give me a second. I'm back. Hello. Sorry about that. People at the door and all that. Huh. Is that a glitch? Something wrong with my eyes. I thought it was a dead pixel, but no, I think that's my eyes just being weird. Sorry. Alright, let's continue. Where were we? Your voice sparks movement. The spirit surges with a sudden blazing light, and in the next moment you are somewhere else. Your mind assailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. You're in the chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in a great crowd, spilling into the hall. Bodies press against you, surging forward to listen. Your own grief is mirrored in the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles and the room is dark, save for the podium, lit from behind. 2 people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he says. The rectrix stands calm, unmoved. Her strength will see you all through these dark times. Feel that hope like a spark behind your ribs. Somewhere behind you, someone begins to sing. The spirit tears itself from you with sudden, dizzying force. You find yourself black before the ruined altar, swaying. Spirit fades as suddenly as it appeared. The face of the statue has had most of its features struck off, along with portions of its hands. Oh. If I click F, I can do a custom formation. Ooh, staffs. Oh. Ah, dang it. Will-o-wisp. Okay, immune to disease, ground, hobbled, poison, prone, sicken, stuck. So I can't do much about it.
How may I help?
Alright, It's not paralysis that it's immune to, so... There we go. Haha! Nice.
Got it.
Wait, what did I get? Spirit residue. Faint ethereal wisps of soul energy made manifest. How peculiar. This parchment is worn and tattered, and the ink upon it faded. In this time of hardship, must have just as much faith in ourselves. Some conventional wisdom there. Alright, let's go down to the lower floor. Ouchies. Alright, let's go. Alright.
Not strange looking back. All the time I spent here growing up. Never seeing what was coming.
What? A shadow!
Just say the word.
Yes, sit down, Doc. Come on, try it. Oh, it's just... Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working on you. You're pretty tough. What else can I do here? You're not immune to paralysis either. Yeah, that paralysis spell comes in real handy.
Sure.
Alright, let's try this door first.
Keeping an eye out.
Okay, another one of you. Okay, we can't cast any more spells like this. What? Oh, wait. No, not yet. Whoa! Well, that didn't go as planned. Use the hand of of the thing.
Beyond seek.
Eh?
Alright. Alright, we lived. More of you.
How may I help?
Yeah.
Something else
Hi?
here.
Were they being
You
done
try knocking it down again. Seem to work. Crucible of the soul. The Watcher unravels the vital essence. Our enemies gaining endurance in the process. It will be okay though. It doesn't seem to be doing that much damage.
Got it.
Alright, what do we have
Why
here?
not? There. Done.
We've got find a stock. Two-handed. Well, you have a two-handed weapon. What will be the difference here? I guess the S-stock is better. Whoa! Ah, come on, He's trapped.
I'll go on ahead.
I keep forgetting that things can be trapped. Oh, we got a good ring out of it, though. Plus 5 deflection. Deflection is what again? The direct melee and range attacks against the character, not area of effect. You can have it. You can also have this. I have that scroll. Should probably save it up, but could use it. We're not doing so well. I might have to rest. Okay. Oh, come on. Right, that.
Hi?
Eh?
Yes?
Oh, there is 2 of them. Oh, that's
How
not
may
good.
I help?
Oh, that's not good. Nah, that missed. All right. I don't think you're immune to this, right? Try it.
Ah, thank goodness and rock!
Yeah, that worked.
Deal with
Okay,
this
good.
one.
Oh, you teleported behind me. That's okay, you better. Uh-oh, when a character's health bar begins flashing red, it's a sign that they may soon be maimed or killed. Rest at an inn or risk camping support for your store headed. Oh, that's not good. Come on, you can do it. Ah! No! Stop them!
Yeah?
Alright, we really need to rest. Alright, you're no, you already have like,
Just say the
you're full
word.
health.
Quick and quiet.
If you trigger a trap, you'll be fine. Ah! Ow. Well, actually didn't. You actually survived that, that's good. But you are on low health. Alright.
Eh?
I'm
Already
just too
triggered
good.
the
It's a
trap,
curse.
so there we go. And now
Sure.
let's get in and rest. Damage reduction, heal multiplier, or movement. Honestly, just damage reduction for everyone seems to be fine. Okay. All right.
Nice and quiet.
Just say the word.
Expected that. Is there anything I can do to see the traps? Well, that's pretty good. Nice. Alright. Ah! A phantom appears!
Just say the word. You're mine!
Yes?
You have spells again. There we go. And that also affects my allies.
Let's
Dang
go.
it. Well, it makes them sickened, but it doesn't, like, paralyze them, so that's fine, I guess.
Sure.
I just need to be a bit more careful with it. Alright, that could have went worse. No one died. So, I'd say great success has been achieved. Alright, what is here?
Quick and quiet.
Not good at... Betrayed! Betrayed!
I?
Yeah.
Alright, what,
How may I help?
any spell that could help here?
Aztec word and wrath!
There we go. That didn't work, unfortunately. Oh, I'm taking a lot of damage. Heal! Heal! Come on! No! I need a healer in my party.
How may I help?
No attack! Dang it, come on! See, I told you the game's harder than it's gonna get harder. So what I can do here? Try knocking him down. It's dead.
I?
Frostbite, that's really not good.
Just say the word.
It is not within our natures to forgive. Those who seek redemption seek a long
Yeah.
and winding path, a road which takes us down into the very hollows of our soul and asks us to reflect upon the fractured aspects of ourselves. It's just one affliction to there was nothing here, it was just a phantom.
Why not?
Nice and quiet.
Oh. It's a lot of shadows.
I?
Okay. Can I do anything? Could dazzle them. Oh.
Aztec word and wrath!
Alright.
Let's go.
I?
Alright. This will make our eyes sick, but that's fine. Immune? That's not good. Okay, knock him down. There we go.
You better run!
I assume this is a way to move forward, so...
I'll have it in no time.
Okay, it's just a shadow. Come on, get it.
I'll deal with this one. Yes?
Go around.
Let's go.
There you go. Shadows then. Right, and now we need to push the lever to a valve. You know, rotate the valve, yes. Hear a grinding noise beneath your feet and the rush of water. Surely there are no enemies down here, right? Oh. Lesser black ooze! The worst kind of ooze. Kill it! Kill the ooze! Alright, I completely forgot about my things. Dang it, I keep forgetting. Alright, we got some ooze plasma. A congealed mass of thick and opaque jelly. Okay, what is this? Gleaming silver key. This large silver key catches the light strangely, seeming to glow. My HP is a bit low. Shh. Okay, no need to attract attention immediately. We could. Oh. Alright. What's the sneakiest anyway? Is there an easy way to see?
Nice and quiet.
It's like there's stealth 0, 0, 0, and 2. Okay. Let's even try to sneak in a little bit. Okay, it's just a shadow. Okay, we can just kill this one. He said we can just kill this one. There we go.
How may I help?
I haven't used the wizard's double.
Keeping an eye out.
Oh, alright, now we have ooze.
Let's go.
Okay, let's kill the ooze.
Just say the word.
You go after this one. Just distracted, so you don't have to worry. You try to do this.
Eh?
What? Alright. I could. It's almost dead by now. There we go.
Eh?
Alright. The still dark waters are reflective as black glass. It's probably the ooze. Which way? Okay, I'm thinking this is probably... Oh, there's a lever. The screech of metal and snapping noise as you pull the
I'll
lever.
see what I can find.
Okay, come on. Eder, right, Eder.
Eh?
Alright, doesn't look like there's anything bad, but you
This
have
is
the
why
most
you were
health. You try to. You can't.
Yeah.
Aye?
Okay, you can use one lockpick to get this.
There. Done.
Gaun's share. A lesser known aspect of the god Elphas. Gaun represents the cyclic nature of life and the seasons, and is often portrayed as a farmer wielding a scythe. He enjoys popularity among more rural followers of Elphas, who are drawn to his varying identities as provider, shepherd of the dead, and defender against injustice. Gown's share is said to have been crafted by a distraught Dairwooden smith after the destruction of his home by a Glenfaffen raiding party. Upon arriving at a neighboring settlement, the smith immediately set about his work, intending to craft a weapon suited to righting the wrongs done to his village. Toiling over several weeks, he was able to fashion a heavy flail covered in small, sickle-shaped blades, with which he was determined to send any returning invaders into the afterlife. Okay, neat. Also a primer. Alright, so compared to what we have, as weaker interrupt, less damage, converts grazes to hits. What does it mean, draining? I can enchant it. But, need materials for that. That is gonna come in later in the game. But what does draining mean? 20% of damage restored as endurance. That's pretty good, actually. I'll give it to you. Here we go.
Yeah.
Alright, let's pick the rest of the stuff. Please don't be trapped. Okay, it isn't. Alright, let's go here first. I think this is progress. And this is probably an exit. Nonetheless, we may as well get here.
Nice and quiet.
Okay, we have Scalders here. Let's do the thing first. I think I should be able to fight the Scalders without needing to rest again. Hello. Who are you? Lost Spirit. The light rises from the bones as you approach. You have a moment to register the faintest image of a standing figure. Features a blur of mist or smoke before the world tilts. It is as if you have stepped sideways and into a new life. You're racing down a flight of stairs, following a weaving circle of torchlight. Your own panting breaths are loud in your ears. Panic and your robes alike follow your steps, and you nearly stumble before a hand reaches out to grip your arm and steady you, a fellow acolyte, who smiles encouragement as you reach the bottom. You run around and past the shallow reflection pool that marks the lowest point of the temple, following the dark shapes of the older priests as they lead the way towards the narrow hall that leads to the vault. You pass one of the torchbearers as you go. The harsh illumination of the flames reveals a familiar face. For a moment your awareness spans time and identity, and you think Verten has joined you, here at the bottom of the temple. In the memory, he glances at you for a moment, and then looks past at someone else. I'll come back once they're gone, he's saying. You're being pressed along by the crowd, and his words are growing faint. Just keep quiet. Can't take any chances. Beside the vault, golden relics gleam like welcoming stars. The memory twists, jarring you loose from one moment and plunging you into another like a flung doll. There is only darkness around you now. You think yourself blinded, until the knowledge settles onto you like a cloak. The candles have all burned away. You know now too, with a sick certainty, that nobody is coming. There's a cracking noise somewhere to your left, a wet, slapping gurgle, and a ragged sob. You cannot see, so you cannot know which brother or sister has fallen, and which digs after what water a body may provide. Here, in the fainting murmuring to your right, the familiar cadence of prayer, but you no longer recognize the words. You're too tired to do harm. The thirst is like fire within you. Your tongue is thick in your throat, and every breath is a struggle that leeches strength from you. There is a light, they said, at the end of every bout of darkness, but this one does not end. The spirit releases you, and you come back to yourself in pieces. Your vision clears, and the world around you is revealed once more, cast in muted hues by the sick illumination of the soul still drifting like fading fog. Fear wafts of the spirit in waves, fraying at your own emotions. I'm sorry. I hope you find some peace in the next life. The spirit seems to withdraw into itself. You sense less of its fear and confusion as it recedes, but the soul lingers still. No matter how many times I see you staring off at nothing, it doesn't get any less weird. Gather the remains. You spend a few moments gathering up what you can find of the bones of the priests. It proves a heavy and gruesome burden. You manage to recover them all. Return to Virten. Alright, time to fight the guy. Oh! Tulip leveled up. Nice. Okay, you have 2 survival. What would help here? Maybe more second wind wouldn't hurt, but I think survival right now would be the most useful. Alright, and now we have a talent to choose. Oh boy, there is a ton of talents. Okay. Bonus knockdown. Use this +1. Grants a fighter an additional use of knockdown per encounter. Well, it wasn't used that much yet. Rapid recovery boosts the fighter's hardiness, increasing the rate of his or her constant recovery. That's not bad. Acolyte's Radiance. Nuanced faith in the gods has allowed this character to unleash a wave of spiritual energy similar to Priest's Holy Radiance. Again, these are the same. Give me something defensive. On the line. Trace the character in new defensive strategies, increasing his or her engagement limit by 1. What is engagement? Well, anytime a character attacks an enemy with a melee weapon at close range. Since the attacker gets close enough, he or she will engage. When character is first engaged, he or she will stop moving. The character is free to move again, but doing so provokes a disengagement attack. Characters breaks engagement, they have a limited amount of time before the enemy they disengage can attempt to re-engage. Now afflictions make it possible. Number of talents and use the modified engagement rules. As graceful retreat on the line. Some creatures, especially last ones, may be able to engage more than one creature at a time. We can engage 2 enemies, that's pretty decent, but we are fighting in freeze right now. Snake's reflexes. Some reflex defense. Paris Fortitude. Pulse well. What could be used? Weapon and shield style and graceful retreat. What else do we have? Like utility. Field triage allows the healing of a small amount of health on an ally. We could use that on someone. Wound binding allows the healing of a modest amount of health on the user. Reduce quick switch. That's a health too. That's actually really, yeah, we really need that. Quick switch reduces the recovery time when switching weapons or spells in grimoires. That will be useful for Alof later. Secrets of Rhyme. This freeze damage and damage reduction. Spirit of Decay increases corrode damage and damage reduction. Have to restore, shock damage, or burn damage. Yeah, let's get field triage. Just so we can get some healing done.
Yeah.
And
Just say the word.
why don't you heal down there? Nice.
Eh?
Okay, that's actually very useful. Let's go kill them. The Scolders. Could you like try? Oh, nice! They got stunned. Okay, so just keep attacking. What can I do here? Let's try dazing them. No reason not to. You go for this guy. You go for this guy. Okay, they're dead. I accidentally taste tulip there, but it's fine. Alright, and we have a thing that will definitely not cause us to die. The Pilgrim's Lasting Vigil. Head. +1 resolve, +1 perception. It's pretty good. The end of the Saints' War and the detonation of the Godhammer bomb is still mourned by followers of Eophas around the world. While the conflict diminished Eophas following in the Dirwood, many remained faithful to the God of Dawn and Redemption, confident that he will one day rise again. Many followers make annual pilgrimages to shrines and temples of Eltas, or to what remains of them. On the anniversary of Saint Weidwin's death, the particulars of these vigils vary. In the Red Cells, they are often marked by song and by recitation of Saint Weidwin's sermons. In the Dirwood, where worshippers of Eophas are often persecuted, such ceremonies may involve standing in respectful silence until sunrise. It is customary for worshippers to wear armor or other articles that commemorate Eophas or his leadership through Weidwin. Helmet bears the sunburst emblem of the Red Syrian army. It was likely first worn by a soldier serving in the Saints' War. Where? Why don't you wear it? Eder. Keep forgetting the names. The Pilgrim's Last Vigil. Resolve and perception. Right. Let's keep going. Alright, I think we're almost done with the dungeon, so I'm gonna finish it, then we're gonna read the books, and I guess I may as well go to the inn and rest, and I think that would be it for the stream. Dahlia, as you step over the circle of candles, you hear a rattling clank from the wall nearby. One sides open with a grinding rasp of stone. Nice. The candles flicker gently as you approach. There is a gap above the altar lined with broken glass, where a mirror may once have been set into the wall.
The candles are still burning. Not bad for a dead god.
What's this all for?
Redemption. And they got this whole rite for when you come of age. They take you by the hand and you descend through the temple with your eyes covered, and that's supposed to be like a wicked life. They don't tell you where you're going. I was sweating like crazy when I did mine. They take you to that reflecting pool back there, and you're allowed to look at it so you can face your sins. Then, you come out into this room, and you uncover your eyes again, and everyone's there to greet you, all your friends and family. It's like you've been redeemed. You light your candle, and it burns with the others. Never had a feeling better than that my whole life.
Edre's eyes linger on the candles, and he seems for a moment to be a younger man.
The candles are still burning. Not bad.
Let's leave them be.
It was nice to see those candles still burning. I figured they'd have gone out by now.
Alright, so... Hello there.
Good day to you.
Vertan. Vertan smiles nervously as you approach. When I've sorted out the worst of it, I'm sorting a little less, he hesitates. You're down there a while. Did you find anything? Besides that constantly about the ruins. You lied to me. What? Returns grins uncertainly. Asking about everything. The risk involved. Is that what you mean? They say there'll be spiders, and I'll pay you, of course, for the trouble. You and I both know what I saw them then and what they told me. Yeah, let's do that. You and I both know what I saw down there, and what they told me. Richard opens his mouth to protest, but something... My eyes are being weird right now. Like... There's like a little dot in the middle that's mildly annoying. Weirdan opens his mouth to protest, but something in your expression stops him. He swallows nervously and looks away. His voice when he speaks is small. How did you... How could you betray them? They trusted you. Yeah, exactly. Weirdan makes a strange wounded noise. Betrayed? I was never one of them. Mad followers of a shattered god. If I could have chased them all of town, If... You don't understand. Try to help them. I did. Every day. Every single day. I went to that temple and I warned them, told them that they were playing with fire and Redrick wouldn't be patient forever. And every time they shrugged it off, like I didn't know what I was talking about, like it wasn't costing me coming in to try and help them. Could have been arrested right alongside them. You worked for Redrick. Odin gives a bleak laugh. Yes, but not anymore. It's been a long time since I held a blade. Hesitates. Knew what was coming. It was their own damn stupidity that kept them in there. Couldn't understand. Every warning I gave they ignored. Rectrix, she said they'd be reborn anyhow, so it didn't matter. Grimaces. So she got what she wanted. A martyrdom. Redrick ordered us to round them up, lock them in the cells. Convince them to hide at least. Now the that vault, full of old relics, gold and such. I thought they could hide in there. Once the guards left, they'd have something to sell for passage out of Derwood, back to Eder. When I told the men that the priests had already gone, they ordered the temple sealed. Couldn't get in again. Don shakes his head. There's nothing I could do. Eder's eyes are wide, disbelieving. Nothing you could do but tell someone, get the town together, organize a rescue. I've dug them out with my own hands if I'd known. But some of the last decent folk left in this hole. All we got left is people like you. You could have spoken up, told Redrick the truth. And not slowly. I could have. Would have ruined me, maybe killed me. I could have saved them. Except at you, eyes wet. I didn't. Told you the way of it, Warden says, his voice rough. I told you what happened. It's your turn now to make the decision. It's not too late to make amends. It's out the breath he was holding. I'm sure that's true. It's been years now. What am I supposed to do? Bury their bones. Try to lead a better life than you have so far. He looks at the remains. He runs a hand through his hair, letting out another ragged breath. Can do that. I can. I'll lay them to rest. Try and do right by them, somehow. Lost an item, dead priest's bones. Thank you, truly, for what you've done. Give me a second chance. Put it to good use. Good at Vale, moderate positive. Yay! Have anything else to say? Gods forgive me. Maybe I should rub my eyes, maybe that'll help. There we go. Seems to be going okay now. Alright. It is day 4 out 24. Let's get inside the inn. When there are any attacks, spells, and other abilities, the dotted ring around the character indicates the maximum range of that action. Yeah, I know. I've guessed as much. Alright, before we go, so... yeah, that's already done. Alright. Let's read the books. So, Monsters of the Deadfire Archipelago. The archipelago winds its way between the Great Eastern Ocean and the Restless Ocean. Hundreds of small islands in the midst of the water. Few dare brave its treacherous rapids. Fewer still have returned to tell the tale of their adventures through it. Travel between the two oceans is virtually impossible. Great storms hammer any ships foolhardy enough to attempt to navigate, and this alone should be enough to deter anyone from attempting the voyage, as untold ships have gone down, tossed against the rocks. The weather and treacherous rocks are only a precursor to the actual horror of the archipelago, terrors of the deep. No one knows how many creatures stack the oceans, waiting for unsuspecting sailors to drift into their waters. But we do know some. Barbed ravagers. Giant shark that is known to ram passing vessels, trying to knock sailors off the deck and smash a hole in the hull. Has tremendous spines protruding from its side and back that are presumed to be poisonous. The largest-sided barred ravager with survivors was estimated to be almost 30 feet long. Winding serpent. Winding serpent, I think. Smaller around than the ravager, but potentially longer. The winding serpent attacks in small packs, usually 3 to 8. They have long, sharp heads, somewhat reminiscent of a barracuda. Like the ravager, they repeatedly slam into the side of the ship, hoping to crack a hole in it, or knock someone from the deck. They have also been known to swim to the depths and shoot up out of the ocean, landing on the deck, coiling and winding their way around, snapping up any crew they can before plunging back into the ocean. Spooky. Leviathan. Imagine the largest whale you have ever seen. Leviathan is at least 10 times that size. By the time a ship sees a Leviathan, it is already too late. As they rise from the depths, the water around them begins to spin and sink, creating a whirlpool. The Leviathan's body surrounds the hapless vessel, granting escape, and as it goes down, the enormous mouth opens, pulling all aboard to their watery depths. Pulpovir. All the creatures you've read about in this book are nothing compared to the Pulpovir. Barely the size of a man, what they lack in size and strength, they make up for in numbers and terrifying viciousness. Viciousness, yes. Their lower halves are a mass of tentacles, like an octopus or squid, but more numerous. The tentacles are long, black whips with suction cups on the underside and small thorny barbs on the top. My voice is going, I should get some tea later. The sheer number of tentacles gives them frightening speed when walking on land, pulling themselves forward almost as fast as a running horse. Yes. While they vaguely resemble a human from the waist up, any extended examination proves how wrong that assumption is. Long, stringy black hair falls from the top of their heads to cover a face taken directly from a nightmare. A wide, gaping mouth cuts across the bottom of its head from ear to ear, full of wicked dagger-like teeth. 2 large round eyes are sunken into its head, black as coal, shining with a malevolent fire. Small antenna protrudes from the middle of its forehead, ending in a small nodule that can glow with an eerie blue light. One can imagine a sailor on the deck of his ship at night, looking out across the black water, blood freezing as countless lights appear beneath the surface, rising toward him as the Pulpovir swarm upward. Because they seem to be more octopus than man, they can collapse in on themselves, filling into space as no person should be able to. The smallest crack in the hull, the slightest separation between boards offers them entrance. It is not unknown for them to slaughter an entire crew from hold up to deck by infiltrating the ship from underneath. Fortunately, they do not seem to have spread too far outside of the archipelago. There may come a day when Pulpovir attacks become commonplace. Ooh, spooky. Okay, the next one is a part 2. So we'll leave that for when we find the part 1. What else do we have? The Great Western Stag. One day, Elphas was sitting on a wall, watching a cat play in the sun. Crystal, hung in a nearby tree, had fragmented a sunbeam and scattered small motes of light on the ground. They danced around the cat, sliding over him as he frantically batted at them. He spun in place, following one as it rushed past him, and leaped on it, trying to pin it down. Elphas smiled, amused at the animal's tenacity. The cat landed on the spot, placing his paws over it, only to watch it flit away again. Elphas watched the cat's tail twitch and snap at the ground, annoyed that his prey could not be pinned. "Why must you tease him?" a voice said from behind him, accompanied by the crunch of sandals on the gravel. "I merely bring the dawn," Elphas responded. "I don't stalk the hunter's heart. That's your responsibility, isn't it?" "True," said the second voice. "Neither do you quell it. If the hunter could not see his prey, would he still hunt?" "So philosophical, Hilea," Elphas said, and turned to greet the 2 gods that approached them. "Have you come to debate the parallel between sight and desire?" He gestured to the wall, inviting Hilea and Galawain to join him. They sat in silence, watching the cat, who continued to hunt the sun, fruitlessly swatting at another mote and then rolling onto his back. "I have created the ultimate prey," Elphas said finally, breaking the silence. "It can be tracked, it can be followed, it can be seen, it can never be caught." Galloway laughed lightly. You don't agree, Galloway? Eophas asked. Well, it's true that your creation is elusive. It hardly can be considered the ultimate prey, because it never can be caught. He paused, his brow furrowed in thought. That mode of light had substance. The hunter could subdue it. Otherwise, it's merely a dream, truly a fruitless endeavor. All creatures spend their lives chasing fruitless endeavors, said Hilaire. It is the way of mortality. Galloway laughed again. I could create a creature, a living creature of flesh and blood, could never be caught, and make your dream a reality. It was Elva's turn to laugh. Your purpose, you propose turning a fruitless dream into a fruitless reality. How is this any better? Iceman in the pursuit of an attainable goal far exceeds any other. You said no one could catch this creature. This is not attainable. Galloway smiled. Humanity has surprised us before. Indeed, it could surprise us again. I will create a great white stag, and I will set it free in the world. It will have grace, resilience, and tenacity. It will exist solely to be pursued for all its days, and will never be caught. It will serve to inspire the hunt for generations to come. All those who wish for glory will invoke my name. All those who hear its story will ask for my blessing in finding it. Leia shook her head and threw Galloway a bemused look. I do not believe this is possible, so I too make an offer. To the person who catches this stag, and they will catch this stag, I will bestow upon them its grace, resilience, and tenacity. Thrice blessed they will be. They will ask for my blessing on the hunt so they can obtain my boon. Galloway and Helea took up arguing whose name would be invoked more when the hunt was on. Elphas sighed, a smile playing on the edges of his mouth. He stood and looked to the sky. The sun had already started to hide itself behind the mountains. The cat, long ago, tired of the stalking in the moats, had fallen asleep beneath the tree. He turned and looked at the other gods, deep in debate. He sighed again. I merely bring the dawn, he repeated as he made his way down the path. It's up to you to see what I reveal. Alright. That was pretty cool. And it slows down when I'm holding it. And the last one we read is the Book of Verses. The Book of Verses. The small volume of verses themselves is somewhat battered, suggesting it used to be carried on someone's person. The pages are dog-eared and worn, and the gold threads which form the title of the book have begun to fray. The book tends to open to a particular section, where someone has marked a verse with a small blotch of ink. Eldunung, the bright star, spoke, and her voice was like a clarion cry, calling his soul forth. He knew her for the right hand of the shining god, and was afraid. O wanderer, hear me, she spoke. You are known to us, and your deeds put you far from salvation. And he wept, for he knew that his sins lay bare before this great illumination. Sargamis spoke, and his voice swept forth with the heat and force of the bright day's sun. Weep not, for the child of light has forgiveness even for you. You will embrace him. Harmkir knelt before them, then resolved to save himself and ask what he must do. And Modagund spoke. Her voice was like the songbird's final hymn, bidding farewell to the day's light. What darkness lies within you? You must cast into his light. Your sins will be burned from you until you are newly formed, reborn into his keeping. So spoke Modagund, but Ealdunung warned him, saying, You have walked all these years into darkness, and must now return. You will find the path like treading fire, and at every step you will be tempted to turn away. No harm will come to you if you keep your faith. Alright, and we may as well put the notes in here too. Right?
Let's go!
No, don't attack them!
Gods keep you.
There we go. Right, let's sell some of this stuff we got. I keep the crossbow. Common useful. And what do you sell? A food, right? Savory pie. A delicious smelling pie. Ooh, the golden crust and the meat filling guaranteed to leave one feeling battle ready. Is there like a vegetarian option? Ixamital rice pan. Or as a dinner entree in the Exametal Plains. The Exametal rice pan has hundreds of regional and family variations. Varied as it may be, the dish is often seen as great and unified in a culture heavily stratified by social hierarchy. Philosophers and wealthy politicians may use rare spices or finer cheeses, but its basic ingredients and the ease of cooking have made it a traditional meal for all Exametal people. At Exametal wedding celebrations, it is common for the couple's close friends and family to spend the previous day cooking enough Exametal rice pan to feed everyone at the celebration to come. See. What's the difference between ale and beer? Ale has +2 damage reduction and beer has +... Also, ale is just better. Ah, but it lasts for less time. Although uncommon in the Durwood ale with its rich and fruity taste finds enough enthusiasts to keep its production flowing. Great, now I want a beer. Cheese! An odorous, crumbly wedge of cheese. Perfect for ruining rats and dinner guests alike. Okay, I guess I don't need to buy anything.
Good
Let's
day
get a
to
room.
you.
Let's just go to the common room. We should probably save the money. Here we go, just a normal room. Alright, we're all rested. And with that, I think that it will be it. So, let's save. Okay, thank you for watching. Today is Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday, so I think I'm gonna stream something else for Saturday. I will try to stream on Sunday as well. Oh, and I was so focused on the game, I didn't get to give any updates. I'm getting closer to getting a job. And that means that my schedule will definitely change. This is also why I haven't updated my schedule, because, it might change soon. And I'm probably gonna make Sunday my day off. We will see. I also have to, see how the work goes. I will work at a McDonald's, in the restaurant. So, the hours probably are pretty flexible, but we'll see. So yeah, once again, thank you for watching. Hope you had fun. And yeah, bye!